Guys, Karen Smith here to talk to you about progressions and regressions. So I want you guys to think about, there's a lot of things online that people see that are a little bit crazy and maybe more for entertainment value, and most of our students don't really need that. Some of them think they need a lot of variety, but make sure that you make them better at the basics first. You meet them where they're at right now and give them the understanding of why you're giving them an appropriate progression or regression for a given skill. In the article, the basics that I'm talking about are push, pull, hinge, and squat. And obviously, most all of those you can do body weight and you can load them. So if we're thinking about pushing, there's so many options. You can think bench press. Bench press could then be taken to floor press, which is fine, where you're laying on the ground and you're doing one side of pressing with a kettlebell or dumbbell. You could also do military pressing. So military press, push press, jerks, you could do those double, you could do them barbell, dumbbell, you could also do them seated, you could do them kneeling, you could do them in a rotation. So there's a lot of options, but it's still perfecting the basics. For your pull, also think push-ups, push-ups, super great to add to anyone, and there's so many elevations you can use to progress or progress someone at where their current fitness level is or strength level. Don't necessarily put them on their knees. You can start them at the wall, a bench, a box, a desk, so many options. Pull-ups, think about pulling. So pull-ups, rows, all of those things, pulling ropes, different angles. You can change your pull-ups if someone's not ready for those or can't do them on their own. You can do hollow hangs, flexed arm hangs, weighted hangs, and then move on to pull-ups, chin-ups, alternating grip to work the pulling differently. Deadlifts are going to fall into the hinging pattern. We treat those more as a grind, so that's a slower movement, and there's so many options there. You can deadlift kettlebells, dumbbells, barbells. You can do more of a suitcase deadlift where you're working one side. You can do kickstand deadlifts where you're switching up the legs so that one leg is working more than the other. Lunging, all of those things are great for that hinging pattern. You can also make your hinges ballistic with kettlebells. So you could do swings, snatching, cleans. All of those are really great, and most everyone can get that pattern. If they cannot reach the kettlebell that's on the ground, you can elevate it so that it fits their current flexibility level. So don't have them reach to the ground and round their back if that's not their current flexibility. Then if we think about squatting, so many options for squatting. You can also move on to pistols. If you're thinking about regular squats, you can start body weight squats. You can do a kettlebell or dumbbell just on one side. You can do a suitcase hold for a squat. You can do front squats, back squats. You can move on to barbells. So think about adding to your toolbox so that you have progressions and regressions that you can give to your students on the fly. And the better you know those progressions, the more ground you can cover if you're doing classes or semi-privates where everyone might be at different fitness levels. So think about that when you're programming for your classes, and hope you guys enjoy the article.